Ramana Maharshi Center for Learning is a non-profit registered society working now for more than 4 decades in the areas of Indian heritage awareness.
O Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. See, Krishna says, Arjuna says, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna, what I shall do? And the Lord said, yes, I know it. I know your difficulty. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. You practice it, you practice it. When I was just explaining this to my audience, this little girl asked me, what is it last week you said? There is no mind at all. There is no mind at all. Why are you telling I am perturbed? She just immediately asked, who has said it? She said, Bhagavan has said it. I asked, where Bhagavan has said it? In Upadeshasaram. When, where, how? Manasantu kim margane krite naiva manasam margarjavat. Saryanamma? Margarjavat anbutlu. I was stunned for a minute. See, last week you had said you have forgotten already. See, that's the fate of a jiva. He forgets himself. He forgets what he had said a week before. And Bhagavan reminds it through a little child like Shaila. She reminds it. So in entire Upadeshasara, I feel it is real poetry. Because it has got 3 aspects, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. And word is only a medium for a poet. Word is not everything, word is a medium. And therefore, a poet, before he writes poetry, he becomes a poet. Because he has become a poet, something real poet spontaneously gives an expression. A poet like me, Tinakadi padya barithi. Hudukkonda aa shabda beku nanage ee shabda beku. We hunt for words. A poet, real poet need not hunt for words. As I told you, the artham anudhavanti. He has got artha. And what artha? What artha? A word has got a meaning. Is that also? Is that just that? What meaning? Suppose a mother says, I love you so much, so much, so much. She hugs the child and says, I love you so much, so much, so much. Is that all? That is only one word. I love you so much. Can she give an expression to that? No. Something more than that. And what is that meaning? That is, there may be a hidden meaning in poetry. There may be direct meaning in poetry. Vachyartha, Vyangyartha. Vyangyandra, it's not irony. Vyangyartha, a hidden meaning may be there. More than that, there is a suggestive meaning. Dhvanyartha, as it is called. In poetics, it is called Dhvanyartha. Dhana na 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 na. That is Dhvanyartha. So it is just like a pravaha. A poet makes you to understand in depth the meaning. That is real poetry, and that is supposed to be the greatest. It has got poetic value according to Anandavardhana. And Anandavardhana has written a commentary on that, on the Dhvanyartha, or the suggestive meaning. And now I come to point. Whatever Bhagavan said, it is not just Vachyartha. It is not even hidden meaning. It's the suggested meaning. The sentence appears to be very, very simple. The word may be very, very simple, sarala. In that sarala word, he just fills that a powerful meaning, and he makes you to understand. He expects you to understand that meaning also. You just recollect just a few incidents. A rebellious young man comes there. I want self-realization. Why not you give it? Though I am with you for so many days, why not you give self-explanation to me? What I should do? He said, what he said, you just ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದೆಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗು ನೀನು. That was the only sentence. And Niranjana Swami told him, you have been initiated. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗು ನೀನು. Where from you came, you go. So that was he makes you to go deeper, deeper, deeper into the meaning. And what about Swami Chinmayanandji, when he was the Bala, was it not his name? Balakrishna, yes, Balakrishna. Again, questioning everybody. And he was coming towards Tiruvannamale, and the passengers just got up and prostrated like this, with folded hands. Arey, what are you seeing there? Oh, there is a great sage, Ramana Maharshi. Have you not heard of him? Oh, there are hundreds and hundreds of Maharshis and Rishis. That was what the young, rebellious Chinmayananda said. He was not Chinmayananda at that time. Somehow, some power drawn him, and they just moved. The train moved, but he got down. In the hot summer, he climbed up to Virupaksha cave. He wanted a private audience with Bhagavan, but there were so many people simply sitting. He also sat. He wanted to attack Bhagavan. That is what Chinmayananda says later. He wanted a private audience. So after some time, all of them left. It was lunch time for them. And Balakrishnan asked Bhagavan. He was not ready to call him Bhagavan at all. He just said, everybody has gone. Only I remaining. And Bhagavan said, let that also go. In fact, Chinmayananda says, it took 6 years for me, 7 years for me to understand the hidden meaning of what he said. So even a word of a real poet, a rishi, he just incites you what is in you, and he wants to drag it out. And the pretext may be so simple, as I said today, and a rebellious. In fact, he was notorious when he was young, Chinmayananda. And he, with an open mind, he says, I was very, very punctually going to temple. Do you know why? I was not a devotee, just to tease the girls who were coming. This is what he writes. This was the sole purpose. He was such a mischievous boy. And he became Chinmayananda. Look at his name, later name also, Chinmaya Ananda. Only an Anandamaya Purusha, Purushottama, can make another a Chinmayananda. Bhagavan has made so many souls. The real seekers he made, the real blissful, purposeful. That was Ramana. And an ordinary poet cannot do that. So many poets may retain so many things on Bhagavan. I don't understand that I have completely understood Ramana at all. Only Ramana can make another. Ramana only can make others. To sing on him, just to bless them, not for himself. Do you want to write a poem on me? All right, you do it. I am a little poet in some other language. Okay, give an expression to it. In French, okay. England. So Ramana became a Jagat Guru, just to bless the Jagat. He wanted to grace Jagat, not for himself. So, I'm again telling, a real poet, a seer, a darshana, and a darshana is seeing and not writing. Writing may be an act. Darshana is not an act, it's a vision. So if you just recollect what Bhagavan has done, how people converted themselves into real human beings, if Bhagavan had not come to us, I don't say, very carefully I am telling, Bhagavan has come to us. We have not sought for Bhagavan. If Bhagavan comes here, I may not even recognize him. That is my limitation. But Bhagavan came to us. I feel rather emotional if I go on telling my own experience and all that. When I just ask myself what I would have been if Bhagavan had not come to me. What I would have been, Bhagavan. I would have been one of the lecturers in a college in the midst of so many. And attending teachers' meetings to discuss such important subjects like increments, promotions. And somebody was telling yesterday, Bhagavan gives you whatever you want. He gives you everything. Yes, it is true. But when I get everything, even she was telling, even very small little things, you go to a rishi and or you go to a Swamiji and he gives you everything, it's okay. But at the time I get it, I do not need it. That is Bhagavan has done. He may give us everything. You want promotion? Definitely he gives. To somebody he said, 10,000 rupees is all right for me? All right. You will get 10,000 rupees. He just graced one of his old friends. He got 10,000. So whatever is asked or unasked for, also Bhagavan has given. Then, when I get it, I repeat, I do not need it. Because I know at that time I was in the sea of blissful experience. When I am in that blissful experience, these things will become negligible for me. I become a real virakta. Just to support one thing, after all you are telling me there are so many poets, let me quote one poet. Yava mohana murali karayito dura tirake nandano. Yava mohana murali karayito dura tirake nandano. Yava brindavanavu seಳೆಯಿತೋ. This is how it starts. And the young girls in college, they think it is a love poem. And they sing it very sweetly, but it's not a love poem. You just see the next lines. Hoovu hasige chandra chandana, bahu bandhana chumbana, bayake totada ಬೇಲಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಕರಣದೆಳೆತದ ರಿಂಗಣ, the dance of the senses. ಕರಣದೆಳೆತದ ರಿಂಗಣ, ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕೆಂದಿದ್ದೆಯಲ್ಲೋ ಇಂತು ಏನಿದು ಬೇಸರ. ಯಾವ ಮೋಹನ ಮುರಳಿ ಕರೆಯಿತು ದೂರ ತೀರಕ್ಕೆ ನಿನ್ನನು. And then, what happened then? ಪರ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಪರದ ಚಿಂತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ ನನಗೆ. I want something more. The great, the Bhuma. So why did you just run towards that, which you had not known at all? You run towards it. And to run towards it, you have to leave everything. You can't take your luggage and run. It was a heavy luggage of samsara. You can't do that. But what inspired me to take even that risk? Because that was great, that was Bhuma. Ramana was Bhuma. So Ramana might have given me even my very simple wants, meaningless wants. But I felt it meaningless only when I got it from Ramana. Words fail me really to explain what Bhagavan has done to me and to most of us. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.